Africa is one continent with vast deposits of natural resources, okay? And some of the countries on the continent are blessed with oil. Well, today we are going to check about the impact that oil have had on its people, okay? Mostly, some of the countries are producing the oils in large quantities, okay? So African Fact Zone, a page on X came about with this. See this. All right, so African Fact Zone, a page on X came in and says, minimum wages in oil-producing African countries monthly. All right, so we're going to discuss about African countries that are producing oil, their minimum wages monthly, okay? So African Fact Zone came in and says, Morocco has $367. Gabon, another oil-producing country with monthly wages of $250. South Africa, being third on the list, have $231. Equatorial Guinea have $211. Libya have $206. Tunisia have $151, Algeria have $149, Congo have $149, Egypt have $126, Cote d'Ivoire have $124, Chad have $100, DR Congo have $77, Niger have $70, Cameroon have $69, Senegal have $58, Ghana with $38, Nigeria with $20, and then Sudan, have $5. All right, so these are African countries or African oil producing countries with their monthly wages respectively, okay? So we are having number one leading being Morocco, having $367. That is huge, and that is really commendable for Moroccans, okay? Gabon are also second on the list with $250. That is so cool. South Africans also on 10 on the list with $231. But there are also some two noisy West African countries here, namely Ghana and Nigeria. Well, Ghana are oil producing country also. They are paying their people monthly wages of $38. Then Nigeria, the super giant or the giant of Africa, the most oil rich country in Africa, paid its people $20 a monthly wage. Come on, bro. For real? All right, so this is what African Fact Zone are sharing with us. So we are discussing about Africa's monthly oil producing countries' wages, okay? And then we have the most oil production country, Nigeria, paying its people a $20 wage a month. And Ghana also pays them $38. But South Africa are paying its people $251. That is huge. And then Morocco leading on the chart on the list with $367 monthly to its citizens. And that's cool to know, okay? But what is wrong with Nigeria? Why though? Nigeria actually producing about 1.2 million barrels per day. Why this? Well, under the comment section, when African Facts will share this post, this is what some African countries or some African people have to say. All right, so to our first comment, this one is a Nigerian though. Man came in and says, how do Nigerian leaders feel whenever they see these stats? How do they feel? How do people feel that your country produces about 1.2 million barrels per day and you people are the least, no, Sudan are paying $5 a month though, but the last but one least on the list, $20 per day, per month, monthly wages. That is too bad to hear. What is wrong with the giants of Africa? Okay. Well, another Nigerian also came in commenting and said this. He says, at least Nigeria isn't the least, so nothing's poor. See this kind of thinking, bro. Another African person thinks like this. Well, to my Nigerians, under the comment section, let me know what you think about this brother's point. Man is saying that as long as Nigeria is not last on the list, then nothing's poor. Well, I won't say much because I'm not a Nigerian citizen, but you being a Nigerian citizen, what do you think or what's your response to this brother's comments? Under the comment section, let me see what you think about this brother's comment. Let's continue. Well, again, this one also came in and says, Angola is the second biggest oil producer in Africa, but it's not on the list. But South Africa, who doesn't even have oil, is on the list. Well, bro, man is saying that Angola, which is even the second most producing oil country, doesn't have this. They are not on the list. But South Africa, that are actually not oil producing, but they actually refine oil in their country, have or are part on the list. And they are not just part of the list, but they are actually number 3 most monthly wages in Africa. That is sad to hear. What is also wrong with Angolan leaders? What is wrong? Why are Angolans also not on the list, okay? It's too bad to see this, and we hope for betterment for African countries, okay? It is too bad to hear. All these countries are actually contributing hugely in the oil business in Africa or in the world at large. But look at the monthly wages of the people. No wonder Africa is part of the poorest country in the world. Because of this, monthly wages that people need to survive on the government list or the preferred by law monthly wages by the people is like this. People are living on $5 a month. Some are $20 a month. Some are $30 a month. It is too bad. And the worst case or the worst scenario is some African countries are producing huge barrel, and even the one that are lost or the oil that are lost in a day is huge. All these are not having any impact on the citizens. This is too bad to see, all right? All right, again, this one also came in and commented and says, a Cameroonian can pay 2 Nigerians every month and still have something for his or herself. Wow, this is quite disrespectful though. Why should bro even say this? Why are you saying that a Cameroonian can pay 2 Nigerians a monthly wages and still have some for themselves? Well, it's too bad to say this. And it's not entirely the fault of Nigerian citizens though, although they actually voted for the leaders they have now, but it's entirely not their fault. Their leaders need to sit up, okay? They need to actually do something about this. Because how can you be the highest top producing oil African country and be having the least, or the last but the least, minimum wage for your people? That means where the oil money goes, where does it go? Or Nigerians, are your leaders actually doing something cool, or are they really building high infrastructure in your country that they are not actually paying you guys, or what do you guys deserve in your country? Maybe there's something they are doing right that they are not actually using money to give it to you, but they are actually doing better in your country. I'm guessing sure, because this is too bad to see, okay? Lastly, this one also came in and says, see nonsense, are the least rich West Africans. Well, one is saying that as the least rich West Africans, it tends to be bloody. Look at the amounts we are quoting for West Africans, though. Nigeria, the super giants of West African countries, having $20 as a monthly wages. Ghana, $38. This is too bad. Why did we go wrong as West Africans? Why did we go wrong? All right, so my name is Virashi Essay, and I'm here to share with you guys what I found on X by African Fact Zone that they talk about African country or African oil producing countries' monthly wages, okay? And then we have in Nigeria being $20, South Sudan, have $5. Ghana have $38. Senegal have $58. Cameroon have $69. Niger have $70. DR Congo have $77. Chad have $100. Cote d'Ivoire have $124. Egypt have $126. Congo have $149. Algeria have $149. Tunisia have $151. Libya have $206. Equatorial Guinea have $211. South Africa have $231. Gabon have $250. And then lastly, or the number one on the charts on the list is Morocco with $367. That is huge. So you can see that the North African countries are actually delivering for their citizens, okay? And then the Southern African countries who are also trying their best. But when it's reached the West African countries, that is where the leaders draw the line. They are saying that the people don't deserve what they have. This is so unfair, all right? So my name is Virashi Essay. I was here to share with you this. I hope the West African people start holding their leaders accountable, and let's fight for the right or the betterment of our people. Well, this is totally cheat. How our countries producing huge vast of oil, and then we are actually having these poor minimum wages. How are we ever going to be rich? How are the countries or the companies in the countries are going to pay or are going to respect the citizens or the working class people? We need to sort all these things out, okay? So my name is Virashi Essay, and I was here to share with you what is happening around you in Africa. Hope you enjoy this. Follow for more, and let's enjoy some African time. See you guys around.